Hi guys, welcome to Whisky Web Wednesday. It's Leon here with the 100th episode of Whisky Web Wednesday. Thank you for all of those of you who've joined me throughout this period, the last couple of years when I've been doing these videos. I appreciate all of your support and thanks for all the comments and kind words, and it just makes me more motivated to keep going and keep sharing my passion and knowledge of whisky with you all. So for the celebration of the 100th episode, I thought I would choose a whisky that has a celebration of its own. So this one here is a Laphroaig 15-year-old that was bottled back in 2015, and it was actually the 200th anniversary expression for Laphroaig. So I was at Fish Healer for that one and I picked up a bottle, and I was saving it for a special occasion, and I thought today would be a good one. So let's find out what 200th celebrations of Laphroaig taste like. I'm excited, I hope you are too. Classic Laphroaig label there, just an absolute beauty in terms of marketing. I like the way Laphroaig has just stuck to its guns. They've never changed anything much, they just keep it simple, and there's the tube there as well. So this whisky is bottled at 43%, and it says on the back here mit Farbstoff, which I think for German viewers means with pigment or colour. So this has had caramel colouring added, and as it's 43%, it's probably chill filtered as well. So they haven't really gone with a cast strength expression or anything too over the top. They've kept it quite a approachable Laphroaig, and I think the fact that it's 15 years old as well probably means it's a bit more refined and subtle compared to, say, the 10-year-old Laphroaig. This one's going to be more your mellow, complex Laphroaig, I suspect. And there's a wee booklet in here as well. What's this say? So 200 years of Laphroaig. I'll look back at the history of the most richly flavoured of all Scotch whiskies. So I think it's a bit of storytelling time here. So 1815, the beginning. The two brothers Donald and Alexander Johnston leased 1,000 acres on the land now known as Laphroaig from the Laird of Islay for rearing cattle. They grew feed barley to feed the cattle. With the surplus barley, they decided to distill whisky. By 1815, the word had spread that the whisky being produced at Laphroaig was particularly good, their source of water being very soft, peaty and lacking in minerals. Laphroaig whisky was officially born. 1815, think back to then, that was like Napoleonic Wars. So while Napoleon was probably coming back from Russia, Laphroaig was just getting set up and starting. So two momentous events happening in that year. 1929, it was going global. So Laphroaig was being spread like gospel around the world by its owner, Ian Hunter. Exports grew to Scandinavia, Latin America, Europe and even to Canada, where I am today. As this was prohibition time, exports to the USA were forbidden. Such was the pungent, seaweedy nose of Laphroaig that Ian persuaded the officials that the iodine smell surely meant that Laphroaig had medical properties. History has it that after a wee dram or two, the customs officers agreed and it was legally exported to America. So they managed to sneak it in during prohibition times as medicine. 1954, Bessie Williamson. Ian Hunter was the last of the family line. The secrets of Laphroaig had been carefully protected by the family over the years. However, in Bessie Williamson, he found a person that had passion, integrity, and the drive to maintain the great traditions of this exquisite, big-bodied yet delicately balanced whisky. So over the years, he passed on to her all the distillery knowledge that he had acquired. Bessie took the reins as one of the first women owners and distillers in the industry and strengthened Laphroaig's close links with island life. Go Bessie. 1994, the Royal Warrant. Any Laphroaig drinker will know its most famous patron by the distinctive coat of arms carried proudly on every bottle of Laphroaig. So this is the coat of arms here, just on the top there. In 1994, His Royal Highness Prince Charles personally came to Laphroaig and gave his royal warrant. His Royal Highness signed the visitor's book, and with his parting words to Ian Henderson were, "I hope you continue to use the traditional methods. I think you make the finest whisky in the world." Prince Charles' view is, of course, shared by all of us. So 1994 was also the year Friends of Laphroaig was established, the big whisky club, over 100,000 members worldwide, and you can actually plant your flag at the site of the distillery in the fields of peat next to it. 2007, Laphroaig pioneered the concept of running a 45-minute whisky show broadcast live on the internet. This was the first LP live. Today, this eagerly anticipated programme is watched by tens of thousands of whisky fans around the globe every year, whilst the first broadcast, held in London, kept strictly to the whisky. Today the broadcasts include music, food and much more. And since 2007 you've seen a huge expansion of the online offering of all distilleries actually. So 2015 was the year this was bottled. Happy anniversary Laphroaig. Our 200th anniversary is sure to be one worth celebrating. So a lot of history there, a little timeline of Laphroaig, and as you can tell, a long and illustrious history supported by royal lineage. So lots to like there. Now I cut my nails the other day, so hopefully I can get in here. Nice little feature on the cap is a picture of the still on the top of the Laphroaig. I'm not sure you can see that or not, but nice little feature. Straight away, even popping it, I can smell it. It's just filling up the room with that beautiful iodine seaweedy smell. Slightly bigger dram, 100th episode. Let's give it a nose. That is absolutely divine, pure heaven, heaven in a glass. Sea salt spray, iodine, seaweed. Pineapple, caramel. It's just all so beautifully balanced. I think with the extra 5 years of maturation compared to the standard 10, it's just integrated it all slightly closer together. It's just, you nose it back and forth and it's just like waves of pleasure. Now for the taste. Wow. It's like sticky toffee pudding with peat. Mouth coating, juicy, sweet. No bitterness at all. It's a lovely sweet and peaty dram. I love that combination of sweet and peat. I think it just goes together so nicely. Going back to the nose now, more salted caramel. Very salty. It's like licking a salty wet rock. That's fabulous. That is a wonderful way to celebrate 100 episodes of the Whisky Web YouTube channel. So thank you very much for joining me for this celebration. Have a great dram wherever you are in the world, and I hope to see you for another 100 episodes over the coming year or two. Any comments at all, or anything you'd like to see in the future, I'd be more than happy to hear it. So slán everyone, all the best. Cheers.